Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Viking. Alright, I think that we do want to try and go to Orkneyjar, since I have not been there. Why did you guys get, like, reorganized? Damn it. Ah, well. Let's see if I can get on my boat from here. And if I do, you know, if my injuries get worse, then I may just, go camp somewhere first. I do wish loading was faster in this game. I do really wish that. Ah, well. Can't have everything, right?
We could have sailed south, you know. Warm seas, sun-kissed rooftops, exotic women. Yet, here we are, up to our knees in mud.
Yes, yes, Kettle, but think about it. The castles... Oh, wait, no, they haven't been built yet. Damn it. Fair point. Fair point. Alright, where's my boat? Where is my boat? Oh, boaty boat. Boaty McBoat. There's my boat. I do find it rather amusing that it's like no one seems to care that I have broken out of prison and ah, well, you know, whatever. Alright. Let's do the boat thing. Let's sail up to Orkneyjar. 2 days, 13 hours. Let's hope nothing bad happens along the way. A brisk wind has been carrying you well throughout the day, when all of a sudden you hear the unmistakable calls of seagulls. Oh, Madretta, look, a boat! You look to where Bjorn is pointing and see a small boat floating in the water. It looks to be a fishing boat, but it's awfully far out for such a small vessel. It floats too low in the water to be empty, but you see no one on board. A small mast juts up, but no sails hang from it. Let's change the course towards the boat. You approach the boat slowly. When you're just about to board, you see an old man and a young boy who lie bloated on the bottom boards. Ooh. They must have been fishermen. They look to have drifted for a long time. Torch the boat and cargo as sacrifice to the gods, huh? I'll take the cargo. Greedy followers have gained morale, and honorable followers have lost morale. Gained 6 rope, 2 poles. They don't have much, but you find a few materials among the corpses you can use for tinkering. Alright, probably would have been better to, maybe do something. Roscoe speaks up once you've taken what little you can find. We should dispose of these bodies somehow, put their spirits at rest. Let's torch it. Superstitious followers have gained morale, and skeptical followers have lost morale. All right. I want to complain a little bit about that. I feel like the skeptical followers shouldn't have lost morale from this because, you know, I mean, it's all well and good to be skeptical of religious trappings, but I mean, I'm an atheist. I still celebrate Christmas because it's tradition for my family, and you know, you get family get-togethers, and you have meals, and you have fun with family. I would still bury someone, you know, a family member if that's what they wanted, or cremate them if that's what they wanted. I just little complaint with this particular one. A lot of times I don't have a problem with it because a lot of times it's like my character is specifically invoking the gods or something like that. I could see the skeptical followers losing morale over that a little bit. But whatever. You set the boat alight and push it gently away from your ship. The fire grows as the distance between your vessels increase. Eventually, the boat starts taking on water and the fire extinguishes as it sinks into the sea. It was as good a funeral as anyone could ask for. Alright, Gunner, Roskva, Aslafer, Nafia, and Kettle. You know what? Instead of Aslafer, I want to take Efi along. Still have not had anyone correct me on my pronunciation, so I'm going to keep going with that one. Probably really butchering it. As soon as your feet find purchase, half a dozen haggard-looking warriors come running down the cliff. From their clothes and weapons, you identify these people as Northmen. Stein the Clever. The man at the front is short and wiry, but with strong forearms. You estimate him to be somewhere in his early 30s. He walks with his shoulders drawn up like he's spent his entire life in a gale. I'm Stein the Clever of Rogaland. I control this island. Who are you? My name is Elmendreda Aldsdaughter. If you need a place to stay while you prepare for a longer journey, you are welcome to camp here. But tell me, why have you brought your ship to my beach? It's my beach now, Stein. I need your island to muster an army. I'm staging a campaign against the kingdoms of Britain. If you and your men fight with me, I'll ensure that you are granted land befitting your contributions. I've come to seek trade partners. Will you be willing to talk terms over a mug of mead? A friendly hearth to rest at would be much appreciated. We'll go with the trade partners thing. He chuckles darkly. You should take a look around this place, sister. There's nothing here to trade unless your clan is experiencing a dangerous shortage of rock. There should be sheep. Pretty sure that's what the islands had a lot of. We're barely pulling enough fish out of the sea to last us through the winter. The only purpose this island serves well is as a staging ground for raids. He glances back at his crew. Their expressions are difficult to read behind their helmets, but he must know them well. A mug of mead, you say? Why not? Come then, join us for a midday meal. This is a midday meal. Eat with Stein the Clever and find a way to take control of Orkneyjar. It doesn't mean that I have to, Alright, so this is the southern expanse of the map. Okay. Kinda wish I'd come here during the day. String and medicine. Some iron. Rope, wood, and cloth. Honey. And empty. Alright, who are you? A weather-bitten man with thick, dark beard streaked with gray stands up and brushes breadcrumbs off his tunic. So you didn't manage to wrest control of Orkneyjar away from Stein. I'm sure you'll get another chance soon if you want it. If you ask me, Stein seems thoroughly tired of the responsibility. My name is Elmendreda. Pleased to meet you. I'm Karungar. Honored to make your acquaintance, thegn Elmendreda. Where are you from, Karungar? I hail from Agder, the closest of the northern kingdoms to where you're from. Or so I've heard. A lot of ships come up our coast on the way between Vestfold or Alfheim and Hordaland and Rogaland. So it's a good place for a merchant, but lately, competition had gotten a bit fierce. Up here, there's no competition at all, so I'm doing well. What are you selling? Whatever the ships bring in that looks useful. Here, take a look. Alright, fair prices. He has high demand for hides. He has no wood. He's got a bit of meat. I suppose I could sell, very high demand for salvage. I can give up 75 salvage. Yeah, I'll do that. All in one shot. Karungar nods, apparently satisfied with the trade. Alright. And speaking of... Alright, so we got another set of mail armor. I'm going to take that. That's going to be better for you. Nah, I think I'd want to keep the ranged damage reduction. It's pretty important. You can wear Vigunder's armor. Aventailed helmet. That would give me an accuracy penalty, so I definitely don't want to... Oh, you know what? Yeah, who cares about an accuracy penalty for Gunner, right? Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you got a pretty excellent helmet there. Sometimes it gets a little buggy about equipping stuff. Alright, you can... Fine. I'll jump out. Okay, it's definitely a worse spear. Alright, so no one is really going to make use of the pattern-welded spear. I'll keep it for now. Didn't I equip that? I thought I equipped that on you. My mistake. Alright. I guess because I don't have anyone in the party right now with the repair skill, I guess I should wait until I get back into... Oh, wow. That is substantially less armor penetration, but the damage increase is pretty good. Any of you taking swords? Let's see, you've got axe skill. Tempted to give you some sword at some point, but... I was also thinking about giving him some sword skill, but... That is a lot less armor penetration. I think the armor penetration is going to be better when it's that big of a jump. So I don't think I have anyone who can really make use of the pattern-welded spear. Alright. Edgar Hirdredsunu. Why is there an Anglo-Saxon all the way up here? A new stall has materialized along the path to the beach, and this one bears clear signs of Christianity. Small wooden I mean, like, I would expect this guy to be Pictish or something. Small wooden crosses hang from the end of every pole, and the cloth itself is embroidered with an image of their tortured god sprawled across the arms of his grieving mother. 3 men staff the stall. 2 are stacking goods, while the 3rd is haggling with the thegn of one of the ships in the bay. They interrupt their negotiations as soon as you walk up. Your Highness Laftia Jarl Amandretta, we are blessed to be graced with your presence. That string of mashed-up honorifics is so eccentric that it takes you a moment to parse. Merchant's head remains bowed in deference until you speak. You have me at a disadvantage. My name is Edgar. These are my brothers Hexam and Pendar. We are but humble merchants from Caradwan. Where is Caradwan? Not sure how to pronounce that. Whatever. Edgar looks momentarily crestfallen that you've never heard of his home. It's a burr not far from Iofawick. Although naturally overshadowed by the king's seat, it's very centrally placed, an important city in its own right. What has brought you here? Well, we heard that you were on good terms with the Bishop of Yorfwick, and that you were establishing a foothold up here in Orkney. Oh dear. Oh dear, what have I done? So, well, we saw an opportunity. What are you selling? We bring hides and tools from all over Northumbria. Our hides will protect well against the harsh weather of these isles. Our tools and other items can be put to good use in your endeavors, or could even be reforged into weapons should you need it. Let's see what you have. You do have... Alright, so low demand for hides. Low demand for salvage. Alright, so not a... well... that would really put me down a lot on salvage. I'll take it. I'll figure something out for the salvage. I'll return if I need anything. Alright, so that's the edge of the map. Some tar. A bladder. Oh goody, is that another shovel? That's a shovel! I got a shovel. Iron, bladder, and powder. Armor webbing. I really do need to start making some weapons. Oh, hello. Mayweed for 3 herbs. Ooh, lots of herbs. Fennel for 2 herbs. Foxglove for 1 herb. Fennel for 3 herbs. Foxglove for 1. And fennel for 3. Not too shabby. Ooh. Got some cliffs. Got some splashing of water. Trash pile had armor webbing. Wow, a trash pile that actually had something good. I'm amazed. A hidden stash. You dig into the rocky soil and manage to unearth a chest, but your shovel breaks in the process. Shield mulcher. And a whole crap ton of valuables. Shield mulcher, hey? An axe you found buried in Orkneyjar. Its head bears exotic, intricate engravings. Well. 19 to 26. That is going to be better. Well, you do use axes, so for now, you can have the bearded axe. Now we can break these down. I'll wait until later. Mayweed for 3 herbs. Armor padding, rope, and valuables. I just hope that taking over this place doesn't, like, force me to, attack the Southern Kingdoms, because I kind of want to make allies. I'm going the Avatar route here. Four herbs from a Mayweed. 3 herbs from another mayweed, and 3 herbs from another mayweed. Armor oil. Not too shabby. I do really need to, get to the weapons and armor crafting, see what kinds of things I can make. But I want to build up Idas's smithing skill first. And it looks like we've basically explored everything around here. So let's head in here. Stein leads you into a low cabin built out of large rocks of granite. A longhouse this is not, but it's fairly cozy. One of his men brings in a soup of fish and root fruits, along with some reasonably fresh bread. Root fruits? I've never heard that phrase before. Your respective herds eat in the other buildings, so you and Stein have plenty of space. So you come from the south, I take it? Geatland? We're from a place called Skjern in Jutland. What of you? Where is this Rogaland? Stein allows a glimmer of melancholy, presumably caused by homesickness, to show through in his voice. It's a kingdom between Hordaland and Agder, right across the sea from here. It's a beautiful country of billowing mountains cut through by deep blue fjords. In the summer, the sun flows through the mists there like ribbons of gold, and melted ice trickles down the mountains in 100,000 small streams. In the winter, the snow turns the mountains into clouds of shimmering light, and the fjords freeze almost to the bottom. That sounds incredible. You must really love your home. It's a harsh country. Even the plants are rugged, stubborn things. You don't realize what home means to you until you're away from it. Do you skate on the fjords in winter? I know the feeling. I'm starting to miss my own home quite a bit. I go with that. Stein has bright blue eyes that seem to keep smiling even when the rest of his face reverts to a more neutral expression. So you're home. Skjern, wasn't it? You're the thegn there? How did that come to pass? My father was thegn before me. He met his end on these islands. There were other challengers, but I won the right to succeed him. You said your name was AuldDragon? I think your father's ship may have been by here. He had his brother with him. Name of Grimulfer? That's right. You met him? Grimulfer, yes, but not your father. The ship had a skeleton crew, just 5 men led by Grimulfer. They mentioned that the ship belonged to an Auld. They should have put in a detection bit there to detect what name I chose. But something had gone wrong, and they were headed home. Stein is clearly finding it difficult to tear his eyes away from you. This causes him trouble now, as he fishes blindly for the last elusive piece of fish. Grimulfer sold me his axe in return for supplies and lodging. It's a fine weapon. If you see him again, please pass on my regards. I will. He stayed behind in Skjern. It seems he's had enough of raiding. Stein snorts, generating a small disturbance on the surface of his soup. Can't say I'm surprised. It seemed they'd suffered quite the series of disasters, though they refused to talk about it in detail. Well, I would like any information that you can give me. If you think you might have need of his axe, I'd be happy to sell it back to you. It's a fine weapon, but I fight best with a light weapon in each hand, and that axe is too big to use one-handed. Ooh. It's a Dane axe. If you've been here long enough to have met Grimulfer, that must mean you've met School Skullclaver. We can talk about that later. There's still a small matter of you swearing fealty to me. Once, last summer, he came here with 3 ships laden with lumber, meat, salt, and other supplies. He seemed to get along quite well with the crew of Gunnar the Peaceful. Speaking of which, did my eyes deceive me back there, or was that Gunnar on your ship? That was him. He's part of my herd now. Stein scratches the back of his neck with a sheepish grin on his face. How in the name of Odin did you recruit him? The man's a legend here. He and his crew attacked my clan. We fought him and won, and I offered to spare him for his service. You beat Gunnar the Peaceful? That's incredible! If that's true, I think you must have no equal among other women. I'd certainly like to think that. I'll have to ask him about it later. Anyway, I was telling you about the Skull Cleaver. We bought most of School's cargo, and he set out towards the east from whence he came. He left one of his ships here under the command of a woman, which sailed southwest a few weeks later. Can you describe this woman? Yes, she too made quite the impression on me. I would say she closely matched my expectations of what it might be like to meet hell in the flesh. Oh, so Rodgerta. She made strong advances on me, but I frankly got the impression that certain parts of my body weren't likely to survive the encounter, so I politely kept my distance. He winks cheekily. On a less handsome face, it might have been a lewd gesture. Perhaps the fortune of your arrival here is Freya's way to reward my self-control. Alright, I think we've gotten to know each other quite well. Let's talk about how I might gain the allegiance of you and your people. I'll go with that. He flashes you a devil-may-care grin, stands up, and walks around the table until he's well inside your personal space, forcing you to stand up as well. My herd and I have controlled Orkneyjar for 4 winters now, but frankly it's been more trouble than it's worth. Something needs to change. I was thinking about heading out on a raid again, but that's just prolonging the inevitable. What we really need is more people and official recognition from the kingdoms back home. If you're offering a way to get that, I might fight with you, but my allegiance doesn't come for free. I'll give you 2 options. First option, we fight, you and your people against me and my people. We go to the cliffs outside right now and see who fights best. If you win, you have my allegiance. If I win, you piss right off. A little bit difficult for a woman to piss off the cliff. Just gonna lay that out there. He takes a step closer, leaving you little option but to take a step back. He nearly pins you against the wall of the house. Second option, share my bed with me tonight. He looks at you like you're a Valkyrie freshly descended from Asgard. Well, kind of. Nah, it's not Lenneth. You're the most striking woman I've ever met. It takes much for men to let a woman lead them, and it's clear you've got it, and then some. There's a spark in those green eyes of yours that hints at wit and wisdom. I feel like you already understand me better than I know myself. Bed down with me, and I will serve you for the rest of my life. Stab him. I think you've miscalculated the situation. Very well. If this is the only way to avoid a fight, just don't get attached. Pull him in. Well, you've got me all hot and bothered. Show me what you've got. Kiss him. This sounds like a win-win situation to me. Forcefully push him away. How dare you? Get your hands off me. Gently push him away. I'm sorry, I don't return your feelings. Well, he is coming on way, way, way too strong. I will definitely have Asleifer draw up some sexual harassment papers, but for now, let's gently push him away. The jagged point of an arrow hurtles into Stein's heart and bursts out the other side, apparently ripping the entire organ out of his chest. Oh, well that was not me. Oh, okay, that was metaphor. I'm sorry. I was like, what the hell? He takes a couple of steps back, dies on his feet, and is immediately reborn with a thick layer of granite over his skin. Forgive me, I misjudged the situation. I will prepare my crew for a fight. That's fine. I am a little bit injured, but I think we can deal with that. Alright, let's see. I think it's about time to end the episode. Yes, it is. So, when we come back, we will go ahead and fight with Stein. And see what he's got. Alright, but that will be next time. See you then, everyone.